Dividend, divisor, and quotient. Quotient we already know. Quotient is the answer. So quotient is what goes on top of your house. This is where your answer is going to be found. At the top of your house. Where your answer is going to be on top of your house. It's exactly the same notes you all have. Now, this is where it gets confusing. Your divisor goes on the outside. Divisor goes on the outside. Dividend goes in the inside because he's the end. Dividend goes in the end because he's in the den in your house. Dividend is inside. He's in the den. You have to know where things go. The first step always when dividing with decimals is your divisor cannot be a decimal. So if this number is a decimal, it can't be. So you're going to have to make it a whole number. So the first step is move the decimal in the divisor to make a whole number. We're going to do the first example as we do this. So this is 38 5/10 divided by 5/10. Whatever you're dividing by is the divisor. Whatever you're dividing by. So we're taking 5/10 and we're seeing how many times it can go into 38 5/10. Just like this. You have to know how to set that up. Your divisor cannot be a decimal. So, just like it says here, move the decimal in the divisor to make it a whole number. So, if I want to make this a whole number, how many times do I have to move it? Everybody? Once. I only have to do this. I have to move it from here to here, and now it's just 5. That's your first step. Once you move it out of the divisor, you also have to move the decimal in the dividend. The same number of times. So we moved it once in the divisor. We're going to move it once in the dividend. So now this is 385. So I do the 4-step first. So I divide first. And then I bring the decimal point into the answer. I place the decimal at the end, but if you like to, you can place the decimal before you divide. It's completely up to you, but I just like to ignore the decimal until the very end. But if you like to put the decimal, then solve, totally up to you. Does not matter to me whatsoever. If you would prefer to put the decimal, then divide, great. If you would prefer to divide, then do the decimal, that's fine too. Both work. Everybody with me? Okay, we've done step 1, we've done step 2. Now comes the hard part. We actually have to divide. So there are 4 steps. Does McDonald's sell burgers? Those are the 4 steps. Does McDonald's sell burgers? And then you just go back to the top. Once you get to the B, you go back. You just a constant rotation. The D stands for divide. The M stands for multiply. The S stands for, and the B stands for bring down. The B stands for bring down. Okay? Does McDonald's sell burgers? We're just going to do that constantly until we get to 0. Everybody with me? Okay. Can 5 go into 3? No. So that's us doing division. We're saying can 5 go into 3? No. So we put a 0. Now we multiply because we divided. Now we multiply. We just do place value by place value. So 5 times 0 is 0. So I put that right under the 3. Third step is to subtract. So now I subtract. 3 minus 0 is 3. The last step is to bring down. You can only bring down one number at a time, and you always just bring the next one. So I'm just going to bring the 8 straight down. All right, now we do it all over again. So we go back to divide. So now I'm seeing, so I did, can 5 go into 3? Now I'm seeing, can 5 go into 38? Can 5 go into 38?
Yes.
How many times? Without going over. Everybody? 7. So when I divide, I put the answer up top. So 7. That's where the quotient goes. Then we multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. We've divided, we multiply, now we subtract. 38 minus 35 is 3. Last step is to bring down, and the only number left to bring down is 5. Everybody with me to this point?
Yes.
Okay, now we got to go back to division. Can 5 go into 35?
Yes.
Yes. How many times? 7. So my 7 goes up top because it's a quotient. Now we multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. Now we subtract. 35 minus 35 is?
0.
Is there anything left to bring down?
No.
No, that's how we know we're done. We got 0 and there's nothing left to bring down. So we divided, and now I bring my decimal straight up. So I moved my decimal to here. I like to keep it so it's just really 77, but I like to keep the decimal since we're working with decimals. So 38 and 5/10 divided by 5/10 is 77. You can put the decimal or you can't put the decimal. Completely up to you.